I bought a business 2 months ago, and these are 4 things that nobody else is going to tell you about running your own business and being your own boss. 1, being your own boss is great, but it does not mean you get to do whatever you want whenever you want. This is the first role I've ever had where I couldn't just pull chocks for a vacation and totally not give a rip about what happens in the office while I'm gone. Gone are the days of completely separating myself from work during vacation. Now, when I take a long weekend, I am tied to email and I always have to be checking to make sure that there are no problems with clients or the employees back at the office. Problems always come up, emails are always coming up, and sometimes you're the only person that can answer those questions. Additionally, when operating a small business, the team members will notice when you're not there, and an absent leader is rarely a good leader. So don't believe what the internet says. Everybody says you should be your own boss, but just be aware that it does come with its own version of obligations, the same way being an employee does. Number 2, this is the first time I have ever stressed having too little work. It never used to bother me when things were slow at the office. To me, it was a great opportunity to work on other things. I never had to worry about losing money. I was not the owner and I was not the one paying payroll. And so if work was too slow, there was really no downside to me. There were other things to work on. Now, I would much rather stress about having too much work instead of too little work. At least with too much work, you know everybody is going to get paid, including yourself, and you're going to have increased opportunity to grow, earn more money, benefit your team members and everybody else more. However, the downside of this is that I could see how somebody could become too addicted to hunting down more work and maybe taking on more work than they should, and they end up working far more hours than they really wanted to because they're so worried about having too little work that they're going to err on the side of constantly having too much work. So there's a balance to be struck there, but having too little work is far more stressful than having too much work. Number 3, there is an immediate mindset shift. I noticed immediately that I was far more concerned with productivity, efficiency, workflow, and resources. I started to think about my productivity as well as everybody else's in the office much more than I did before. And while I think this is a really good thing, I think it could also backfire and potentially cause somebody to be overbearing or start micromanaging because they're worried about productivity and making sure that every moment of every day is actually profitable. But that's kind of an unrealistic expectation. Number 4, I have found that working is actually far more fun and enjoyable. It used to just be a job is a job, it's something you gotta do, but now I see the value in being able to eat what you kill and benefiting from working harder, working smarter, and optimizing these things. Knowing there's a larger upside to working more and working harder makes it a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable to know that you get to reap the benefits. Now, it's only been 2 months and I'm really excited about this new business and the opportunities that presents itself. You know, there are numerous lessons to learn as we move forward into this business of commercial real estate appraising. But I just thought it'd be interesting to share with you guys the first 4 lessons that have really stuck out to me in the first 2 months. So if you're your own boss or you're self-employed or whatever you do, I'm curious if you've noticed any other similar lessons or have similar problems and mindset shifts, things like that. So let me know in the comments and hopefully I can learn from you.